Good morning, Enid. It is Thursday, October 26th. Oh, I can't believe it. We're running out of days of October. But it's a very pleasant 52 degrees. And this week we've had the clearest skies. You can see the Big Dipper. I mean, it's just early morning. It's just gorgeous. Thank you for joining us. Golly, it's 7:30. And this is time to grab a cup of coffee and join us for news, weather, and sports. Our favorite doctor is in the house. And she'll be with us here in just a few moments with our special Enid guest. Good morning, Sarah.
Good
Looking
morning,
sharp.
Steve.
Like that color.
Thank you, Steve. Hello, I'm Sarah DeLangel. We are coming to you live in over 14,000 homes here in Enid and live streaming around the globe via the internet. This is Good Morning Enid.
And it is time to rise and shine.
Out on the farm, it's wide open space, it's clear, you can see all the bright.
Oklahoma receives a Real ID extension through June 2017.
We're having a cookout with the family. It's 4th of July weekend, so it's kind of a
You'll just want to show up at 4:30, but we do encourage you to purchase a
A ton of stuff going on here at the Central National Bank Center. Come on down.
email us at gme@enid.org.
Hello.
Hey, Derek. Morning.
Yes, sir.
It's Thursday again. You know what that means?
Yes, sir.
It's time to rise and shine.
I'm on my way.
Morning, Jamara.
Good morning. I'm on my way.
Morning, Kevin.
I'm on my way.
Kevin.
Kevin. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for show number 142 here at 7:31 on this fall Thursday morning. I just love this weather, nice and cool. Let's take a look at the bus stop forecast because we have school today. And right now we're around 51, 52 degrees, but we're on our way to a high of, Chamber of Commerce weather of 75 degrees. However, there's a cold front that's to our west and northwest. Sarah, it's coming towards you. Low tonight's 35, so that's a 40-degree drop. I'm not a math major, but I think that's 40-degree difference from the high today, low tonight. And I think the high tomorrow is only going to be 50. It's going to be 20-some degrees over the weekend. So fall and a little bit of winter is here. But that's the bus stop forecast. And the statewide temps across the big state of Oklahoma look like this. All the way from Leedy in the western part of the state, 48. Have you been to Granite?
No,
Granite,
I have
Oklahoma?
not.
Okay, got to get out more, Sarah. And then Idabel, all the way down the southeast part of the state at 45 degrees. So you can kind of see we're pretty much in the same norm. Okay, football, fall festival, everything is going on in October. And so what's the 3-day forecast look like?
Well, this weekend is looking to be a little bit chilly. We are obviously in fall, so the temperatures are starting to drop, as you can see, Friday and Saturday. But it's going to warm up a little bit on Sunday.
Is that really a 28-degree?
Yes.
Well,
I know.
anyway, prepare accordingly. Let's take a look at the school menu on this Thursday, October 26th. And for today, we've got Frito chili pie, zucchini slices, steamed corn, apple slices, and what was that?
Chocolate chip cookie.
Chocolate chip cookie, according to AJ. CC cookie. I thought there was either carbon copy cookie or, okay, chocolate chip. Friday.
Friday, we are having cheeseburgers, pork and beans, carrots, pickles, diced peaches, and milk.
You know, if they could switch the cheeseburger and move that to Thursday and put the other.
Yeah, I don't like Frito pie either. So.
Anyway, breakfast of champions being served today and tomorrow. So, well, we hope you're having a good morning. Thank you for joining us. Grab a cup of coffee. And as we said, our favorite doctor is in the house. Our theme today is to be in the color of pink with Breast Cancer Awareness Program. And then one of our favorite medical minute doctors is in the house. So we're glad that she's going to help us out here on this Thursday. Well, Thunder basketball's in order. The World Series is going on. A lot of things are happening, and so to keep us updated with the Oklahoma Minute here at 7:34, it's the bow tie guy, and that's Derek Silas.
Oklahoma receives a Real ID extension through June 2017. And Oklahoma natives and country music
Thousands rally to urge legislators to block the pending cuts to health and social services programs. And Wednesday, the House failed to pass a package of tax increases, killing the latest efforts to fill a $215 million budget hole after a month-long session. Splash Zone Water Park has closed in Enid as the owner seeks to sell or auction it off. And the Garfield County Office of Emergency Management and the City of Enid are hosting a seminar on November 15th. Last night, Oklahoma City Thunder played the Pacers. The score was Thunder 114, Pacers 96. And tomorrow they will play the Minnesota Timberwolves at 7 p.m. Tulsa will take on Southern Methodist University at 8 p.m. tomorrow. It will air on ESPN2. Saturday, OSU will take on West Virginia at 11 a.m. It will air on ABC. And OU will take on Texas Tech at 7 p.m. It will air on ABC and ESPN2. Here's a fun fact in Oklahoma. The name Oklahoma comes from the Choctaw words Okla, meaning people, and Huma, meaning red. So the state's name literally means red people. And on this day in history, October 26, 1985, Whitney Houston earns her first #1 hit with Saving All My Love for You. That's the Oklahoma Minute. Back to the round table.
Thank you, Derek, for that information.
Just a wealth of information.
Yes, yes,
He looks
is.
rather dapper this morning with his pink and his bow tie.
His little bow tie, so
Yeah.
cute. Look at Derek.
Little Derek. Is that what you
Yes.
said?
Oh. Well, go ahead,
His mom's
Steve.
probably watching, so we'll have to behave ourselves. So, hello, Derek's mom, if you're watching.
Remember, we want to hear from everyone out there watching us. If you have any suggestions, comments, questions, or you want to share any pictures with us, please email them at gme@enid.org. We would love to share them with our viewers. Steve was talking a little bit about I have to get out a little bit more, but you know, sometimes here in Enid lately, there's so much going on, there's like really no need to get out of town, you know?
You don't have to leave Garfield?
Yeah, you don't. So here is Kevin to go a little bit over about what is coming, what events are coming to Enid.
Ton of stuff going on here at the Central National Bank Center. Come on down, see us, and get some tickets for any of these great events. Welcome back inside the Central National Bank Center. We're here in the Grand Ballroom where this Saturday coming up is Costumes and Cocktails. It's an adult Christmas party presented by the Central National Bank Center and Advanced Water Solutions. Tickets are only $25. That gets you hors d'oeuvres. It's a cash bar, live music from the band Hook. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a costume contest with cash prizes. So while you take the kids out on the 31st to do their trick-or-treating, you can enjoy your own Halloween party and be a kid for a night here at the Central National Bank Center on Saturday for Costumes and Cocktails. We then have Rodney Carrington coming up on November 10th. Going to be a great comedian show. He's been here before. He has new material. He's coming back. Going to be a lot of fun. Tickets for that are $47.50 each, and that's pretty much any seat in the building, so we look forward to seeing everyone at that event. And then December, what a busy December we have coming up. We have Sesame Street Live, a great family show. That's coming on December 2nd. 2 shows, a 2 p.m. and a 6 p.m. Tickets for that start at only $18. Then our Christmas show, Mannheim Steamroller, will be December 7th. That show begins at 7:30. Tickets start at only $45 for that. We also have a pre-show dinner if you want to take advantage of that as well and make it a dinner and a show that evening to celebrate the holidays and kick off the holiday season. And then another great comedian coming in on December 14th, put on by the Oklahoma Baptist Foundation, and that's Mark Lowery. He puts on an awesome show. Everything I heard from everyone who's seen him, he's incredibly funny. You don't want to miss out on that, and those tickets start at only $25. We then have just also announced championship bull riding coming to kick off the 2018 season. That's going to be on January 6th. Tickets for that start at only $20. So we have a ton going on in the next few months here at the Central National Bank Center. We look forward to seeing everyone out at some of these events. For tickets, cnbcenter.com, 855-TICK-ENID, or just come down and see us. Office on the 2nd floor of Convention Hall at the Central National Bank Center, and our box office manager, Tim, will be more than happy to take care of you. Until next time, we'll send it back into the studios with Steve and Sarah.
Thank you, Kevin. Does such a great job for us. I know you're excited that championship bull riding is coming the 1st of next year. Sarah will be there on the front row, if not riding a bull, right? That's what they did in California, right? Bull
I don't
riding?
know if that's what they did in California, but that's not what I did for fun.
All right.
But I am excited for Sesame Street, so
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Some great events are coming to the Enid community. Okay, it's time for Friday Night Lights, and we've got I think about 2 more games in the regular season. Then of course the playoffs start. But the Plainsmen travel down to the Oklahoma City area, to the east part of Oklahoma City, to play the Midwest City Bombers. So there's some of the games. You see one of your favorites there?
Yes.
All of them are your favorites?
No. This time I'm choosing OBA. I have some kids there that I know, so I'm
Okay.
definitely going for OBA this
In
time.
Morrison, east of here, where my sister lives, Morrison Wildcats, they're playing at OBA. So anyway, be a good game. That's Friday Night Lights here at 7:40 this morning. Well, you know, we've had this series where we highlighted different individuals that work at the City of Enid about their involvement in the community. And it's called Giving Back. And so we want to take this time on this Thursday morning, October 26th, to listen to Derek Silas as he talks about his role of giving back to the community.
Hello, I'm Derek Silas, and I work for the City of Enid Public Relations Department as Director of Electronic Communications. The organization I work with is Baby Inc. That's Building a Better You.
What made you want to become a part of Baby Inc?
I've always been passionate about kids. You know how this world is going. I just want the next generation of kids to succeed.
Yeah.
The mission of Baby Inc. is to encourage and assist school-aged children to reach their full potential in life through positive mentorship and self-empowerment with community support. We have several programs that provide unique opportunities to promote excellence, including our free haircuts, athletic leagues, summer camps, and art and music programs.
Well, I told him about the film program.
I encourage you to get involved in a local community organization just like Baby Inc. It will give you a great sense of fulfillment.
So does the special go towards the lessons as well, or no?
The special does not go towards lessons. You'll have to contact Steve.
Good morning, Enid. Thank you for joining us again on this Thursday, October 26th. Just gorgeous fall weather out. Holding steady at 52 degrees, on our way to a high of 75. However, typical Oklahoma weather, it's going to change. Low tonight, 35. So it's obvious a cold front is coming through. As I mentioned earlier, our favorite doctor is in the house, Dr. Jill Vilaythong with St. Mary's, and we appreciate Dr. Vilaythong joining us this morning. Looking real, you're playing the part on the colors.
Thanks for having me again.
It's good to see you again. And our theme this morning, Doctor, as you know, is breast cancer awareness. So we want to kind of have a tag team effort. But again, thank you for being here with us this morning.
Thank you for being here, Dr. Jill. It's an honor to have you here this morning. My first question is kind of like 2 questions in one, so I'll start with the first one, or the first part of that question. I'm sure many of our viewers are curious about this, and I don't think a lot of people know, but do men get breast cancer as well?
Yes, breast cancer in men is very rare, but it does happen. The total breast cancer diagnosis in men is about 0.5% to 1% of all the total breast cancer diagnoses in the U.S., but it does happen. It is more common, as we all know, in women. It's the leading cause of death in women worldwide, and it's the second leading cause of cancer death in women in the U.S.
Okay. Wow. Very good, very good. You actually answered the second part of that question, the numbers regarding that situation with the men.
I guess when it comes to all health issues, it's important that you see a doctor not once every 20 years, but you really need to have the annual checkup for men and women. And probably women are probably more committed to that process than men. You know, men are kind of tough and they just kind of go through it, or I'll feel better tomorrow, and then they find themselves 5 years later dealing with something. But on the theme of breast cancer, Dr. Vilaythong, what are the types of screening, and you know, what can we do personally in regards to screening? Are there self-exam kind of stuff, or how do we get going in this screening process, I guess?
Right. The most important thing is to establish your care with the doctor, and you can discuss with your doctor the best screening tools to screen for breast cancer. You can also discuss the risk and the benefits for these tests, and you can discuss when to start screening. And so together you can make a decision of what the best breast cancer screening strategy would be for you. The most common screening tool for breast cancer is a mammogram, which is a special kind of X-ray that can detect breast cancers early. And the main benefit of a screening mammogram is that, again, it can help to screen breast cancer earlier, and in that way, may be easier to treat. And this helps to prevent deaths from breast cancer.
I'm sure folks that are watching this morning could be from age 20 to 80. So when you said the screening of the mammogram, is that once every 10 years? I mean, is there a standard recommendation that you would say, okay, this is what you should consider?
Right.
Not every year, but I'm sure it's...
I think, there's a lot of expert opinions on when to start screening, so it varies, but generally most experts agree that you should start screening around the age of 40 to 45. And, the screening, most experts say screening should be annually with a mammogram when you're 50 or 55 or under. Some say every 2 years. But again, this can be decided between you and your doctor. We continue to screen routinely for breast cancer for as long as you're healthy, and if you continue to have at least 10 years of life expectancy. I also do recommend that women become familiar with their breast by doing self-breast exams. In this way, you can kind of detect any changes, any unusual signs and symptoms, and then you can call your doctor. Even though self-breast exams don't prevent cancer, I think it helps women to understand the changes that their breasts undergo, and also to help identify any abnormal signs and symptoms.
Thank you.
Very good.
What are some ways to remember to have a mammogram or exam? Can you give us
a lot of women or a lot of patients, they will schedule their mammogram around the time that they see their doctor, which is every year, or some women like to have it at certain times of the year, such as around the time of their birthday, and that helps them to remember.
Perfect.
Kind of like your driver's license, and you need to be paying attention to your license at that time. For an individual that may not have a primary care physician, they're maybe new to the area, or they just do not see a doctor on a regular basis, what are your recommendations, and what are some options here in Oklahoma and also here in Northwest Oklahoma to find a doctor, or if they don't have insurance, but they have put this off? What are some recommendations for that category of individuals?
So fortunately, there are some resources for people who may not have insurance, who have a low income. There is a project in Oklahoma called the Oklahoma Woman Project that actually offers coupons to women to help pay for mammograms, and if you qualify based on your income and your financial status. There are a few clinics in town that actually offer these coupons, one of them being the Enid Community Clinic, which is a free volunteer-based clinic, which I myself, as well as several of the doctors in town, volunteer at. They also have volunteer nurses. Because
there's probably that percentage of women that just put it off because of no insurance, or they don't know a doctor. It's the financial issues.
Right.
And it's good to know that there are these avenues.
Right. So. There's another clinic called the Great Salt Plains that also offers these coupons, and so there are resources. I think the best thing is to get in contact with the doctor, and they can help guide you through this and point you to resources.
You mentioned several resources here in town. Is there a local contact number to learn more about these resources that you can provide?
Right. The St. Mary's Women's Imaging, they do the mammograms for St. Mary's and also for Enid. They offer information on breast cancer information as well as resources, so that's a good local contact. There are also, there's the American Cancer Society. It's a national organization, but there are also 2 local offices in Oklahoma which you can call and get information about breast cancer and resources as well.
It seems like the month of October each year is that designated breast cancer awareness. You'll even see in high school football, football players with pink socks or pink gloves, and professional football and sports in general are doing something to raise awareness about that. Is there anything that we really not avoid talking about, but we just don't address when it comes to the conversation about breast cancer awareness? Is there anything that we're missing when we're trying to raise awareness of it, but is there something that we're missing in regard to breast cancer awareness? I mean, it's not respective of any person. You know, it can happen to someone in any state. It's a global thing, as you said. Is there anything else about breast cancer awareness that we just don't discuss?
I think, what I find is...
Put you on the spot, I'm sorry.
I think when people don't get their maintenance exams or see the doctor, I think there's a lot of fear in what they don't know. And I think it's important to have that conversation with a doctor or with a trained medical person who can give information. And I think that, hopefully that will make it easier for people to access this care, or maybe to even get the courage to get screened. I think there is a lot of fear and a lot of not knowing what's out there, what are the risks and the benefits with the screening mammograms with breast cancer. And so I think people, hopefully they, with the information we provided, they can have access to information.
This question may really put you on the spot, but since the last several years, this emphasis in October on breast cancer awareness, do you know if it's made a difference, this effort to just raise the awareness, get the mammograms, get a primary care physician, go to a clinic, whatever? Do you think overall health has increased for women because of this emphasis?
I do. I mean, if you look at the numbers, the death rate from breast cancer has decreased from the 1980s, and part of that is better screening tools, but also better treatment. And so I think it has made a difference.
Okay. Sarah, anything else? I was kind of taken over there in the last couple of questions. Anything else comes to mind?
No, nothing. You've covered everything. Thank you for all the information you've given us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
And again, the number that you can learn more about breast cancer awareness, 580-249 and 3770, I believe. So the doctor's in the house at the round table this morning, our special friend, special guest, who also does the medical minute for us from time to time, Dr. Jill Vilaythong. So Dr. Jill Vilaythong, thank you for being with us. We always appreciate your wealth of information, and thanks for keeping us all healthy today. So hopefully we'll take this information and go forward. Well, Veterans Day is coming up on November 11th, and we have a special message from another special friend for the Enid Television Network. That is Captain George Bellman, served in the Marines during World War II, and George Bellman has this message for us right now.
Hello, I'm George Bellman, United States Marine Corps veteran, and this message is for all World War II veterans. There will be a Veterans Day parade in downtown Enid on Saturday, November the 11th. And I'm calling for all World War II vets to join me and be recognized in the parade. You answered the call to serve before, and I am respectfully asking you to join me this Veterans Day, November 11th. Please give me a call at 580-478-3034 and let me know of your decision. Thank you for your service and to our great country. And I hope to see you on November 11th, Veterans Day.
That beautiful Oklahoma blue sky and the flag waving in the breeze, our good friend George Bellman. And I've had the privilege of serving on the Veterans Day Committee. There's going to be a ride to remember on November 4th. So everybody who has a motorcycle, a bike, gets to ride. The 11th, there's a parade. There's ceremonies out at the wall at Woodring Regional. So a lot of big events. And we're going to place the emphasis on the World War II vets like George Bellman. So I think George watches this. George, am I in trouble? I think he's 93. So it's great shape, good friend of ours. And so, George, we appreciate your service to our great country. Okay, that's all I wanted to say about George. He's just a great guy.
Good. Thank you for your service, George. In case you missed it earlier, here is our amazing bow tie guy, Derek.
Yes, I am amazing. The Oklahoma House failed yesterday to pass a package of tax increases, killing the latest effort to fill a $215 million budget hole after a month-long special session. And Splash Zone Water Park has closed in Enid as the owner seeks to sell or auction off the facility. And the Garfield County Office of Emergency Management will host a disaster seminar on November 15th. In sports, last night, Oklahoma City Thunder took on the Pacers. They won 114-96. And Tulsa tomorrow will take on Southern Methodist University at 8 p.m. It will air on ESPN2. OSU Saturday will take on West Virginia at 11 a.m. It will air on ABC. OU will take on Texas Tech at 7 p.m. It will air on ABC and ESPN2. Here's a fun fact in Oklahoma. The name Oklahoma comes from the Choctaw words Okla, meaning people, and Huma, meaning red. So the state's name literally means red people. And on the day in history, 1985, Whitney Houston earns her first #1 hit, Saving All My Love for You. That's the Oklahoma Minute. Back to the round table.
Very good, Derek. Did you notice, Sarah, how very humbly he said how amazing he was?
Very humbling.
Very
yes,
humbling.
I did notice that.
Very low key. So he is very amazing, humbly amazing. So we appreciate him. Okay, if you can hang around for the next 6 minutes, at 8 o'clock this morning, we have a special Veterans Day show, which features George Bellman, Bob Ford, who was a pilot, helicopter pilot during Vietnam, flew over 1,000 missions, and then Major Ed Polito, who served in Iraq. Those three kind of tell their story about what Veterans Day means to them, and that's coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. Okay, real quick, the cold 3-day forecast, Sarah?
Yes, here it is. It's definitely getting cooler, but we will have a little bit of a warmer weather on Sunday, so this is what it looks like for this weekend.
Okay. The weather is changing. Okay, it's time to bring Kevin back one more time with Enid Entertainment at 7:55 on this Thursday morning.
Welcome back inside the Central National Bank Center here in the Grand Ballroom at Convention Hall, where we have costumes and cocktails coming up this Saturday, and it's going to be a great event. $25 gets you in, $5 from every ticket goes to benefit Enid, Noon, and Bucks. It'll include hors d'oeuvres, live music from the band Hook. There'll be a costume contest where there'll be cash prizes, there'll be a cash bar, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a way for us adults to celebrate Halloween. While we take the kids trick-or-treating on the 31st, we get to celebrate on Saturday night, the 28th, so look forward to seeing everyone here. Then we have a really busy schedule the rest of 2017. Kicks off with Rodney Carrington on November 10th. Tickets for that start at only $47.50. And then in December, we have Sesame Street Live on December 2nd. Tickets begin at $18, and there's 2 shows, a 2 p.m. and a 6 p.m. We have our Christmas show, December 7th, which is going to be Mannheim Steamroller, and then a great, funny Christian comedian coming to town December 14th, and that's Mark Lowry. For tickets, 855-TICKS-ENID, cnbcenter.com, or just stop by and see us. 2nd floor of Convention Hall is where our offices are and where you can get tickets during weekdays. So a lot going on here at the Central National Bank Center. Look forward to seeing all of you out here for a couple of those shows. And until then, we'll send it back into the studios with Steve and Sarah.
Kevin, thank you very much. We have another special guest in the studio. We will introduce you to that special guest right after this important message.
Russell. Russell's looking for a new home. At Eden Animal Control, we have lots of pets looking for a new home. Come visit us at 1200 South 10th Street.
Welcome back. Good morning, Enid. Holding steady, 52 degrees, and Chamber of Commerce weather today, high of 75. Be a great day to take a puppy dog for a run or just to give a dog a home. Who's our special guest, Sarah?
Steve, meet Eve. She is a lab mix, obviously black in color. She's 8 months, and she's extremely playful, as you can tell.
And dressed for Halloween.
And dressed for Halloween. She's ready to go trick-or-treating. She knows to sit and love treats. To adopt, it looks like 110 to 125, and it would cover the rabies shot and spays. So
if you have some children at home that need to burn off a lot of energy, adopt Eve and go running and keep up with this dog.
Very playful.
Yeah, 249-4910, and we appreciate all the work that Charlotte does out at Animal Control. 249-4910 if you want to give Eve a home. Okay, folks, thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your work on dressing pink today, and everybody make it a great day. Good morning, Nina.